£20 out, but call us 0808 100 1034. Now it's 20 to 8 and people living in a rural village in South Devon are infuriated that their water's been cut off again. Ashcombe has had 3 water outages in the last month, coming on top of 2 earlier in the year and 8 last year.
Well, people there say they're utterly fed up and say South West Water is refusing to take the issue seriously. The company has apologised and told us it is investing in improvements.
Well, let's speak to Rafe Rayner. He owns a string of holiday cottages in the village and can have over 100 guests staying at any one time. Rafe joins us now. Rafe, how long has this been going on?
At least 3 years now, so it's not a new issue.
What actually happens then, and how does it affect you living there and the people that come to stay with you?
So what happens is that being, well, not massively in the sticks, I mean, we're only 4 miles of the most extreme end of the village outside of Dawlish. If there is a slight power fluctuation, which does seem to happen quite regularly, a small blip goes off and comes back on again, 9 times out of 10, it will trip out a pump which is supplying the village with water. So this didn't used to be an issue since the water was supplied from a reservoir above Ashcombe, so it was just gravity fed. But South West Water decided to cut off that reservoir, and the result is that any slight glitch in the electrical system means that there's no water in the village. And of course, that means there's a lot of residents in the village, some of which are elderly or even having to be cared for. As you can imagine, they need water all the time. And we also have, as you mentioned, well over 100 holiday cottage guests who aren't used to this idea and immediately panic, leave, blame us, write bad reviews, don't come back. I mean, the result is fairly catastrophic for them, but it's a constant irritation for all the residents.
Well, we've asked South West Water for a comment, so we'll tell you what it says and then we'll ask you your thoughts on it at the end. But they say, we would like to apologise for the 60 customers in Ashcombe near Dawlish who were left without water for around 3 hours this morning following a power cut at around 7:30 a.m, which affected one of our drinking water pumping stations. We'd like to reassure customers that we are investing in improvements to the site, which will ensure it is resilient to such outages in the future. Are you reassured by that?
Well, no, we've heard this before. They said this last year. They said, we have fixed the problem with the pump. And we all said, great, wonderful. But it wasn't fixed, clearly. Or if it was fixed, it is no longer fixed. We've said this to them. And quite frankly, it just appears to be lip service.
Obviously, you want the problem fixed, Rafe. But what do you want to happen next? More of a discussion with South West Water, maybe?
I really don't think we can say much. I mean, I'm bored of hearing myself on the subject, quite frankly. It's pretty simple. They have the solution at hand, then don't really seem very interested in actually doing it. They will talk about doing it. They'll even go look at the reservoir from time to time to think that it may actually assuage us. But of course, they're not really looking at it to reactivating it. Essentially, we are being treated like third-class citizens by our own utility companies here. We're not a very big community. We do have, of course, extremely large number of people coming to stay here, which they don't really take into consideration. So they are inconveniencing more than 60 people, but they don't seem to really understand that. That's beside the point. If you're inconveniencing one person in your utility company, you're not fulfilling your brief.
Rafe, good to talk to you. That's Rafe Rayner from Ashcombe talking about issues in Ashcombe with the water supply. It's BBC Radio Devon Breakfast with Laura and James.
What are you up to?